Hello, and today we're going to be talking about mindset, specifically how to maintain a mindset that attracts and doesn't repel. I have four key points to consider. And when we talk about mindset, that's one of the things that's really important to me. I have been working on myself, my mindset, trying to stay on a positive, upbeat, keeping my vibrations up, because I feel that that's important. I think that that helps me and it helps those that are around me, those that I talk to, those that look to me for, just being uplifted. And mindset to me is so very important because of that. I mean, it can be a negative thing or it can be a positive thing. And it's so important for me to keep myself on a positive note. Now, when we're talking about trying to stay on a positive note so that we're attracting more so than repelling, there's a lot of self awareness that has to take place. If you're new to it, it begins with learning to be self aware, learning to know what's going on, what you're feeling, learning to, know and be able to assess what's happening with you and what might have caused you. If you're having kind of an off day or a down day, what is it that's causing it so that you can do something about it and change that? Um, for me, I am one of those people that has been working on myself for since I was like around my 25, something like that, years old. And I am 65 now. So I've been doing it for a long time. And, even though you've been doing it for a long time, stuff can slip and you may not be aware of it. That's there again comes the self awareness. So before I continue on, I'd like to introduce myself to those that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help entrepreneurs and business builders to come online, bring a business, and to be able to not have to do the things that they didn't like doing before, but able to do more updated and modern methods of attracting and getting those people that they want to help and being able to do that in a way that's like I said, updated and modern, not using salesy, sleazy kind of off-putting ways. So that is what I do. I will put information on the video in the comment section so that you can either contact me that way or you can always message me if you have questions, if you want to go deeper in what we're talking about today, or if you have questions about other things, because this is going to be on my business page and it's one of several videos. And I also do post and what have you on my fan page, business page. So you could check that out as well. So let's get back to the subject at hand. Um, when we're talking about self-awareness, it takes maybe some time to get there, depending on, you and me, or, the type of person we are. I was very perfectionistic and I'm still trying to get that, get that gone. But I'll say I'm a recovering perfectionist. So I was always trying to be aware of what was happening with me, around me, who, what, when, where, and all of that kind of thing. Because I wanted to be always, the best that I could be and be, Miss Perfect. But, that just, that actually what helped me to start to change that was when I got my kids, when I adopted my two kids. over they're about 5 years apart. When I got my two kids, that's when the perfectionism just because it was just like I was just fighting myself and beating myself up. It's like, this is crazy, so you need to stop this. So I've been working on that for a long time, getting rid of the perfectionism, and I'm getting there. But when I talk about being self-aware, it's like just checking yourself, and to see how you're doing. And I'll tell you, the other day I was on um, a conference with some other team members, and this was, I want to say, last week, and I think it was actually Monday. And if it wasn't Monday, it was, yeah, anyway, I want to say it was Monday last week. And it was recording. And so I re listened to the recording because I was trying, I thought I'd taken good notes, but I didn't. So because I'm a long talker. So let me just try to get this shortened for you. So I go back and I listen to the video and I'm listening to myself. And I'm not so happy with what I'm hearing or what I'm seeing in my body language. I know I have had some stressful things happening to me lately, or happening with me and to me and around me. But usually I can still maintain, but apparently not. On that video, I found that my body language was, kind of, I just wasn't myself. I was just kind of hunched over, and usually I try to sit up straight, especially because number one, that's just what I do, and it also helps my back, and I have, back issues. So anyway, I digress. But I heard myself say something like, I guess I'm having difficulty with, and well, I don't, and I was kind of negative. I was really, and I thought, oh, no, 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 no. I need to be more aware of what I'm saying, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, especially being on, in a meeting. It was just, I was really disappointed in myself, and that I didn't catch that, and that the things that I'm going through are starting to seep out, and I don't really like that, because I don't want to bring anybody else, especially with what I'm doing. I want to still lift and build up, and whether that's a leader that I'm, talking with, or whether that's a team member or somebody, somebody else. I don't like that. And so it was really kind of hard for me to see myself like that. And I got to change that. Um, and when we talk about checking yourself and being self-aware, being able to know what's happening with you so that you can then make those changes and do the certain, because I have 4 key points that I want you to consider that might help you with that. And we definitely don't want to be running away our prospects, or not sounding positive to our leads, and others that we just, talk to in general. We don't want to be negative and I mean, I was actually shocked at myself. So and if you guys are catching me doing that, let me know, say, hey, what's going on, or, whatever, I don't mind you dropping something in the chat, say, hey, how you going, or how you doing, you're seeming a little off or something, I don't mind you doing that, because to me, that lets me know that you care about me and that you're noticing something different. And what you may say to me might help me to get myself back on track, and on, so that I can do what it is that I think that I do well. And that is coming live and sharing information and trying to help and build up, those people that come and listen to me. Let me also say, make you guys aware that you can also, if you're here with me live, or if you're catching me on the replay, you can drop in your comments, your questions, your opinions, and I'll answer them. I can answer them during the call or not. I know some people don't want to be known, so I won't, pull you in if, or say anything unless you say something and you make a comment or something, and then I'll acknowledge you. But I don't, I don't want to cause any issues for anyone. But so just so that you know that, and I mean, does any of this stuff that I'm saying make sense to you about mindset and how important it is to be aware of what's happening with you, so you won't be like me on video seeing yourself going, doing something that you're totally like not in line with, because that's just not the way that I roll. But anyway, I'm going to go on. Since we know that we need to be self-aware, we need to check ourselves, especially if we're thinking that we're a little bit off or something's different, and we're feeling like we're in a negative way more so than a positive, and that we're going to, in that way, end up repelling people as opposed to attracting, which is what we want to do. We want to attract those to us, especially those that we want to help, those people that we have, set out to help them to be able to move forward and do whatever it is that they need to do, and help them to solve their pain points by giving them and pointing them to solutions. So number one, we talked about checking yourself. So number one under that, I have gratitude. Whenever you're, and I've heard this, I've read this, I've done it, and I'm still trying to get back into it, because I was keeping a gratitude journal, and then something happened in my life that just kind of threw me off, off, and I still working to get back on. But the gratitude journal was really, it was something that was helpful. I was doing 5 things that I was grateful for per day. And that really kept me in a state where, even if I was going through it, it kept me in a state where I kind of still felt lifted, because I was grateful, because I was grateful to have a house. I was grateful to have a garage. I was grateful to have, shelter, period, because there are people that don't have it. I was grateful that I was able to wake up in the morning and be able to get up on my own power. Just things that you're grateful for. And doing 5 of those a day really, it did help me, and it helped me to keep my mindset on positive. So you might want to look at that. That's one of the things. And then the other I have is, it's so important, self-care and being good to yourself, that we don't realize it. And I do have issues in that area, so I'm still working on that. But, be aware that, you need to do things for yourself, even if it's just sitting down and putting your feet up for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you have, take some time for yourself to do something that you like doing, and give yourself that time, that grace to do that. Um, Number 3, I have, and this is something that I was doing as well, and I need to get back to it, is affirmations, self-affirmations, speaking positives to myself, speaking good things over my life, myself, and my kids, and those that I love. It's important to me to be able to do that, not only just for me, because bringing in my family and speaking positive affirmations over them as well makes me feel good inside, because they're important to me. So that's another thing that I do. And then it's I have down here, encourage yourself. And encourage yourself for me means, I tell myself, you can do it. You can do this. You can get through this. things are rough right now, but they won't always be. You know, things will always work out for me. Things will always work out for me, and I stay and have to start back working on this as well, in a mind frame of abundance. And I was doing pretty good for for a while, but it's amazing how some things in your life, you know, especially if it's something that's close to your heart, can really throw you off, and you don't realize it. So for me, trying to realize it and seeing what's happening, seeing myself on video, seeing myself being negative, saying I guess, and I don't even say I guess. I don't like that. I didn't teach my kids to say that. I told them don't be saying I guess. I wanted them to be positive. I didn't like it for them to say, I don't know, because I just didn't like that. So it's one of those things, and my family teases me about it, all the time, because I would always teach them to say, I'm not sure, but I can maybe find out. And I taught them this from a very young age. So, when the kids are, most kids will just say, I don't know, and hunch their shoulders. That just didn't sit well with me. I wanted my kids to be able to say, I'm not sure, but I'll find out. I wanted them to be, people that would be forward thinking and, look for solutions. And that was just the way I was. So let me repeat these 4 things to you. So number 1 was gratitude, keeping a gratitude journal, or just writing down 5 things that you're grateful for a day, or even if you can do one thing, whatever is going to help you to lift yourself up and put you in that positive mindset. And then number 2, be good to yourself. Self-care is so important, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm determined to get there. And maybe we can get there together. Number 3, self-affirmations, and affirmations of speaking positive, speaking, strength and love and those types of things over your family and over yourself. Number 4, encourage yourself. Let yourself know that you can do it. Believe in yourself and know that you can do it. I talk to myself. I encourage myself and motivate myself. To me, those things are important, and I hope that they're important to you. I hope that that gives you something on this Monday that you can just roll with and, say, okay, you might want to add it to something that you're doing, or maybe you want to just kind of think about it, and that's why I say, things to consider, giving you 4 things to consider, because I know I don't want to dictate to anyone anything, but I just want to help. And that's one of my main purposes, is to be a help and not to harm. I want to lift and not beat down. I want to build up and help lift up instead of tripping down and causing people to fail. So basically, that is all I have for today. I'm not seeing anything in the chat. I hope you understand what I'm saying, where I'm coming from, and especially when we're talking about attracting as opposed to repelling. So the information that I will put in the comment section on the video when it's downloaded, we'll have information where you can go in and you can get a free training on attracting and being able to build an audience by attracting those people that you want to attract, those people that you want to help. And, so hopefully that'll be a help for you. It will be a resource. And it'll be in the comment section when this is downloaded. I think I've said that 3 times, so let me stop it. All right, so housekeeping things real quick. I go live Monday through Friday, usually at noon. And so keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. Remember that we're still walking through the stuff that we're walking through. Every day is something different. So if you can, the best you can, follow the CDC guidelines for you, your family, your friends, and others to keep them safe. Remember, there are people out there that are isolated, and so a text message, phone call, email, or even trying to get them on a Zoom would probably really brighten their day. For those of you who pray, remember to continue to lift us and our world in prayer, as we're all in this together, and we will make it through to the other side together, and we will be the stronger for it. We will make it through this. Things may be different, and sometimes we just have to get used to different. And but we won't let that stop us. We won't let that kick us down. So wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, sleepy time, always be the best that you can be. Always make it the best that you can make it. God bless you. God keep you. And I will see you again soon, tomorrow, on another live with another topic. Talk soon. Bye now.